in peace. That's what the stone said. But peace was stolen from the dead. Under a cold Pennsylvania moon, a shadow crossed the burial ground. Iron in his hand, a sack upon his back, where sleeping souls made not a sound. Through broken doors and shattered stone, into the chamber sealed below. He came for those who had no voice, certain no one would ever know. But the dead remember every name, every hand that brings them pain. You can hide the bones away, but buried truth will rise again. No rest at Mount Moriah. The crypts were torn apart. No rest at Mount Moriah. You stole a family's heart. You carried the silence into the night, but the darkness couldn't hide you. Hear 100 voices crying. No rest at Mount Moriah. 26 doors left broken wide, empty chambers, scattered dust, names carved deep in weathered stone, betrayed beneath a sacred trust. Skulls in the backseat, bones in the back, a crowbar shining in the light. Detectives waited beyond the gates and watched a nightmare leave the night. The dead remember every name, every tomb and every grave. They may lie silent underground, but silence doesn't mean they're yours to take. No rest at Mount Moriah. The crypts were the torn apart. No rest at Mount Moriah. You stole a family heart. You carried the silence into the night, but the darkness couldn't hide you. Hear 100 voices crying. No rest at Mount Moriah. Children taken from their sleep, soldiers pulled from chambers deep. Hands that once held those they loved, now waiting to be carried home. Who were they?